morning, everyone. Today is going to be an interesting day for us. It's supposed to be in mid-60s all day, sunshine all day, until about early this afternoon. So I guess it's not really all day, but rain's supposed to move back in. It rained all day yesterday. We did not get the high winds or the thunderstorms they were talking about, but that's okay because I didn't really want to deal with all that flooding for today. So let's get started. So it's amazing it is amazing on how much of a difference it makes in our lawns and our lawn care business by changing just a couple things. We got a new mower, which is mowing things a lot faster, and we got rid of a bunch of pain in the butt customers, or not really pain in the butt customers, but pain in the butt yards. And by getting rid of them yards that were just, you took too long to do them and you didn't get paid enough to do them because the people didn't want to pay, so those were gone. By eliminating them, it picked up our speed and our pace so much faster. We're getting through these yards so much faster, and we should be able to get all of today's route and what was left from yesterday done today, provided it doesn't rain before 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Good morning. Oh, already.
No, go ahead, start again.
Good morning.
Yeah,
It's almost afternoon.
She finally woke up.
No, I've been awake since 6 o'clock.
I actually probably just started paying attention to me. That's what it is. So anyhow, we're going to a yard right now that we started on. We start cutting it this spring, I guess, and it's an every other week yard. And the first time we bagged it this spring, or the first time we mowed it this spring, we bagged it. The second time we didn't have to bag it, and I flew across that yard. So today, if there's not a whole lot of dandelion in it, we'll be able to fly across that thing again.
This is the yard where they told us not to mess with their perennials. So they're full of weeds in there, and there's no more flowers on them. Once they bloom, I like to mow them down, but according to them, we don't touch them. Yeah, so it looks, around their house it looks pretty messy, but that's not our fault. That's what they want.
Because of what they had read on them plants, and the best way to handle them plants is you got to leave them grow and let them go like that. But
and so there's another story. This lawn that we did the other day, somebody mentioned about all the green around the yard. Those are all hostas. And this is what we did with them. We weed whacked them down and then we rake them out. I don't think we hurt them because they're just like beautiful flowers. They come up and they get thicker every year. So yeah, you can do whatever you want to hostas and they still come back.
Yes, because we've been doing this for a long time on these flowers, and it doesn't bother them one bit, but people get all excited because they read things. So, but that's their yard, their opinion. So we're gonna go mow this yard down.
That's just like mowing your yard too much because you might get some growth in there that shouldn't be there, or there's gonna be a disease coming in, and you can't thatch it this time of the year because you're gonna get some kind of a disease, and people just come up with some weird stuff
because of what they're reading. Sometimes it's better off not reading what the lawn care experts say. speed for the lack of traction there. That's what Vicky's talking about right there. It's a mess. That yard's all done, and I could not fly across it as fast as I wanted to just because of the amount of water. But something happened at this yard when we pulled up. You want to tell them what happened, Vicky?
Well, the lady come up to us and asked us if we could, how much we would charge to mow her lawn. Well, she had a tree cut down because it was about ready to fall in the roof. And we've been cutting this yard for almost a year, and that wood has still been laying on the ground. So that tells us, number one, what kind of person she is. About probably can't afford anything to get that cleaned up, and she didn't clean it up. And then after we told her to call someone else, because the guy that we told her about, he does lawn care and tree service, we started mowing, and I went around to the back to take a peek to see what her yard looked like. The grass was probably about 3 foot tall or so.
So she has not cut it all year.
And she said that her lawnmower was broke, which is possible, but why would you wait until your grass is 3 feet tall before you find somebody to mow it?
I have an answer for that. She got a little note on her door that she's going to get a fine if she doesn't get her grass cut. And we deal with this every year on this, or not this particular customer, but in our area, as these people will not cut their grass until they are told they have to do that, and then if you do not get your money up front, you will not get paid.
So I'm thinking that the fine for that yard is like $60, because if they have to find somebody else to do it, that's what the city would charge, or that's what they would bill, $60. So I would think that grass is 3 foot tall. I would say I would cut that for $150. And the lady would have just looked at us and said, no, we're not doing that.
Because we don't know what's in that yard. We'd have to walk the whole yard first, and
she'd have to pay us up front and cash only.
Yes.
Because we would not take a check from her. We would have to have cash.
Because we've dealt with this kind of customer before, and we are not getting burned on people not being able to pay for what they want.
And this last lawn that we just did, the first time that grass hadn't been cut in like 2 or 3 years, I think we charged them like $125 to cut that lawn. Because
we weren't bagging everything up, we were just cutting it and leaving the clippings. Because he said that's fine, because he didn't care.
So, and we trusted that customer because we don't know who the customer, he's not from our area, but somehow we trusted him, and he did pay us.
Well, that's because he gave us an email address, and we set everything up through a credit card, through a PayPal account. So that's why we trusted him, is because he trusted us with his information. So now we're going to go stop, take lunch, figure out where we're going to go next, and then continue on.
Water's coming up over the rocks.
Well, that was fun. And cold.
Actually, it wasn't
and wet.
that cold.
Except for I got shorts on.
I was push mowing, so I got a little warmed up.
Yeah. And the yard's done, and so are we. We're done for the day now.
And he's got sprinklers on, and 2 of his flower areas are full of water.
Yeah.
So
well,
he's got like ponds in there.
he's got
So
ponds
he's got like rain. He's got rain and sprinklers, so he's got way too much water going on. And I left tracks with the push mower. That's how wet it is out there.
And I don't know how much showed on the camera there, but I did the best I could to give you an idea how high the water is. And every time I went by the one dock there that is underwater, the waves were splashing up against the embankment there. Not embankment, I can't think of what it is, but anyhow, it was splashing me. So there's some couple areas out there that are just absolutely mud. And I left tire tracks, so, but that's okay. We're gonna be every single time.
Oh, that's okay.
So anyhow, that is gonna be the end of our video for today. I thank you for watching and subscribing. You check out the links in the description box below. It'd be greatly appreciated.
Have a good evening. See you at the next yard. Hopefully the rain is going to be over for a few days. We need it to dry up a bit. Have a good night. Bye.
Are you done? Mm-hmm. Okay.